You have been a much-traveled person these last few years, Imperial Administrator. Now, however, your appearance is requested back at Xiangyang. While our Emperor Shi Huangdi has been busy standardizing the currency and simplifying the alphabet, he has also been contemplating what the next world has in store for him. His ongoing quest for the magical elixir of eternal life has not yet been rewarded. Fearing death, he knows he must be well prepared if he is to be adequately protected and comforted in the afterlife. It is for these important tasks that your humble services are required. For the Emperor's security in the next world, a vast pit must be dug and then filled with a powerful army. Each member of this underground army will be a full-size terracotta likeness of an actual soldier of our armed forces. For his comfort, a tomb must also be dug and stocked with quantities of fine provisions. The tomb will then be crowned by a magnificent grand tumulus that will proudly rise high above the city. While construction proceeds on these projects, a visit by the venerated Shi Huangmu might help to speed the building process.
Alright, welcome back to the final mission of Emperor's Qin Dynasty. So let's go to the city, pause the game and look where we've left off. We did build this nice temple the last time, and we have already walled off our city. We still have some building spaces here and there, and we do have our very nice block here where we could also build some more elite housing if we so desired, although we don't really need to because our army is quite large already. Furthermore, we have 2 housing blocks, very nice. And yeah, so everything pretty much should be well on its way to win this mission already. What I am going to do immediately is quickly check the map and send a spy to our friends up north. Actually, let's send 2 just in case, so we don't get bothered by them. Everyone else is our ally except for Nanya, but I don't think they will attack, so we are going to start like this. We do have some industry up here we do not really need, so I am going to delete this just so we don't use up workers unnecessarily also here. And let's quickly see how many workers we have available. 189 at regular wage rate, which is perfect to start building the monuments right away because this is going to take quite a while. So we do have this hill here in the south of our city, and I'm thinking to build the monuments up here just because it's a nice open space, and also yeah, it's a little bit outside of the city, which I think makes sense. So the tumulus is this size, and if we put this here and then put the vault in the back, can we build a road around it? Let's check. I think we can, so I think I'm going to do it like this and then have a road down here, wrap around like this, and that's how we are going to build our 2 monuments. We are going to build them at the same time because in the beginning they both need dirt, but then later on I think they don't need the same resources, so they should come along nicely. So let's see where we can bridge over the river. Doesn't really matter because we don't really need to deliver much, but still yeah, we need to give access to some workers. And then we need quite some resources, which I think we have to plan a little bit. So we could build warehouses here alongside the cliff. If I do that, can they still come up? Yes. And then I can have another warehouse here. And I think maybe we can have a third warehouse here with a inspector's tower. Now this here we are going to leave empty because we will need some burial provisions which we can get to this warehouse later on. And then we need a lot of wood, and we need a lot of wood again, and we are going to need a lot of clay as well. Actually, let's do something like this. That's not what I wanted. Wood and clay. Right. And with this wood and clay, of course, we also need some people to provide us some wood. So let's do that. 4 woodcutters. And we are going to need some clay, which we will need to get from here. 3 clay pits. And we must check if this inspector is going to cover everything. And then we already are going to put down a couple of those third pushers. And I think we can have them here alongside the cliff as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 laborers camps. And they of course need a road access. And they are going to go out and build the monuments. Let's see how many workers we used up. And we get some tribute as well. Nice. 72 workers needed. So let's increase the wage rate a little bit. Money is no issue. Here, laborers, ceramist. Okay. So we need 1 ceramist. It would be nice if we could put them as close as possible. So let's just have the ceramists here, or at least some of them. We can put at least 3 alongside the cliff here, and then maybe we'll have to put some more there. Okay, does the inspector cover the entire block? Let's quickly check. And if he does, we are going to let this build a little bit and maybe take care of some other things we need to do. He does not cover those 2. Okay. That means second inspector here, and he can cover just those, and then that means we can even put down more of those. Very good. Okay. Then foods. Okay. We ran out of food. I think it's just because it's a new year. So this should sort itself out. I just hope we get some food in before everything evolves. We'll see. Ceramics, still fine. Let's quickly pay a visit to our ancestors. They're all quite happy. Very good. We could actually just quickly connect those 2 up, so some of those wheat bundles go into our mill here, just to stabilize the food supply. The market ladies are also walking over, which is fine, I guess, but not ideal. I just wanted to bring over some wheat. Oh, okay, fish. We do not really want fish in here. I think we are going to just accept the 3 things we want. But for now, it should be fine. And let's cut this connection again. Yes, that's good. Okay. The market ladies grabbed some food. But this should be quite stable. Military, we have some weapons storing up. Can we build more forts? We sure can, so let's try. Maybe... do we want to get some crossbowmen? Question is, where can we squeeze in more forts? We can't really have more forts, unfortunately, so... Or we could, of course, have them outside our city. Is this connected? No, so... Let's not bother, let's just have infantry instead, then we don't need to bring over any wood. Employees needed, yes, that's fine. We will probably build another housing area just because we don't really have much else to do. We are building this stuff at the moment, so menagerie, okay? What is in our menagerie at the moment? Pig, bear, panda. So we can definitely send a gift of a panda to the nomads, and let's send a Gobi bear to Nanyue. And where else can we send Ani? They can also get something. Let's also give them a bear. And Linze can also get a bear. And let's see if we get anything interesting back. Just to get this going. Foods. Yes, it's okay because we have food in our markets, which is great. How is this coming along? Yeah, this is just going to take forever. What is going on here? Oh, wood. Let's see what we are going to need for the monuments. 10 silk, 11 lacquer, 9 ceramics, 4 weapon, 4 carved jade, 7 weapons. So we can already get over some stuff. We can get 8 weapons. We can get 4 carved jade. We don't really make carved jade, but okay. And let's do 10 ceramics into this warehouse. And what else do we need? Silk, 10. Alright, so let's do 10 silk as well. And this will fill up this warehouse. And can we put down a second warehouse to accept maybe some more stuff? Let's see what else we need. Lacquerware 11. Oh, and that's it. So let's do lacquerware. We get 12. And we are going to get one annoying thing that doesn't get used. And then the rest can just be clay, I think. Right. In case you're wondering why I'm not building the warehouses closer to the monuments, it's for feng shui purposes, because I do not have good feng shui anywhere near our entrance of the monument. So we have to arrange ourselves a little bit. did notice though that nomads already caught one of our spies, so we have to be a little bit careful, because full fort or full nomad attack we probably do not want to risk. Now we do need to make carved jade, so let's see who sells jade. Do we have to? No. Who sells jade? Anyone else? Bottling buys weapons, so we can sell weapons to them after we filled up our fort, which is also good. Shu buys... Okay, so Wu sells or sells jade. I think we can carve up some jade here. Let's do that. And have some jade carvers. 1, 2, 3. Do this. Oh, we can actually sell lacquerware here as well, which is nice. So let's do that. And let's change this a little bit so nothing collapses. Inspector can go here and come down from there. This is road blocked, this is road blocked, and then this inspector can leave. Very nice. So we are importing jade, and let's just for the moment store 4 jade carvings in there. So we can go get them for our monument. Does this fit? We have 4 wood, 12, 24. Yeah, that's perfect, I think. So they like our gifts, that's also good. Then later we do want to sell some weapons over here. Shu, we can... Oh, we already trading with Shu. No, Badaling it was. Badaling, we would want to sell some silk and also some weapons later after we've filled up our forts, which are already getting along very nice. Ceramics have come over. We need... Oh. Lots of stuff happening. How many ceramics do we need? 9. So let's not... Oh, we need 1 more. That's quite annoying. Okay, so tribute. We always get a lot of lacquer. It's great because we can also give away lacquer to our gods. I really like it. We don't really need that much because we're also buying some. So yeah, that's a good gift. So let's give some gifts to our heroes because we do not want to get cursed. I'm quickly going to make 1 save here just because, yeah, we set everything up and we do not want to build everything again in case something goes wrong. Now, we do need more workers, so for the moment I can just raise this. So we do get pheasant, tiger, and another pheasant, fine. So the pheasant we can send to the nomads. Because, or let's do the tiger to the nomads, and Nanye can get a peasant, why not? And let's see if that does something. 5 animals, so we need 3 more. But I think we're going to try getting all the animals, because why not? Now we could use some more people in our city, so if we build some houses here, I think that's a good option for us. Just a couple, and we are going to need a water source. Take an antelope, another pheasant, thank you very much. So let's do that. And you're going to need a well. And then we can decorate in between those houses, because of course we want this block to stay very desirable. But we will just boost our population a little bit and fill in some of these empty spaces and decorate some pavilions. Nice. Maybe a statue here and there. Like this. And maybe on this side, do we also want something? Dog, maybe? Nope. This one? Yes. Nice. Just to make the block look a little bit more interesting. And let's check on this. So we do have enough ceramic, so let's... Now we do have to accept 2 more things, so he will drop those. We have 4 silk. And weapons, yeah, we still need to wait for weapons, because our weapons are probably being used up by our forts. But as soon as they store up here, they will go grab it. In the meantime, the dirt diggers can dig up the vault here, so it's no problems. They always have something to do. Does our water guy walk all the way around? Yes, he does. Perfect. And those immediately evolve to the highest level, because of course they get all the resources we need, and that is giving us quite some workers. And those, of course, we are going to use for our monument building, because I do now want to activate and deactivate all those things the entire time. So what do we get for animals? Saiga antelope. I think we can send one of those to Nanya as well. And then they should give us an alligator, I think it is. Weapons still being produced. And hopefully being grabbed by our monument, or being brought to our monument building site. What is your problem? Herbalist, okay. This herbalist, what does he do? And he walks around, so it's no problem. Just took some time. Nanye sends us alligator, very nice. Actually, I think we have all the animals from the south. Tiger, alligator, and... what is it? Not sure. But the alligator can go to the nomads. Then we should have all the animals we need. Nomads are still being sabotaged, which is good. Very nice. Our housing blocks, food is struggling a little bit on this side, it seems like. Although I don't really understand why this...
It is with much honor that I am off on another mission for the well-being of our great city.
vulture, nice. Although maybe it's okay. Maybe I just always look in the wrong moment. Let's check on our gods. Let's give them... Oh, if I give them ceramics, is it going to take from our monument building site? I'm not risking that because it takes forever to bring stuff over, so I'm just going to stick with lacquer. Now, we did produce some carved jade, so the rest of the carved jade we can just sell here. And we do not need to accept any of this anymore. Lacquerware. Oh, we cannot get lacquerware here, huh? Because we need to accept 8 lacquerware so that those guys here can go grab it. As soon as all the burial provisions are in, we can pretty much just leave this being built. No need to always check in on it, but in the beginning it's quite important that we keep an eye on it. Now this lacquerware should be available to our cart pushers. Yeah, actually, let's think about we still need. We have 1 animal missing. And what is it? Pheasant. Yeah, the salamander it is. And I think the salamander is from the moderate climate, if I remember correctly. So Ani, you can have a alligator as well, and let's see if they will send us, because I don't think we have any animals on this map. That of course for fish, which we cannot really catch. Oh, it did have pheasants actually, okay. But pheasants we of course already have. Only the salamander we're missing. 0 workers needed, that's perfect. Of course, we could build more houses here if we wanted to, but we don't really need to. Now, this lacquerware was taken. How many do we get? 12, okay. So they will need to get more, which I hope is going to work. Now, we do need some carpenters. We can just drop them here. And of course, yes, those are going to need a lot of workers, so let's have them. Happy New Year, why not? Let's celebrate. This messed up our food supply. It didn't, perfect. So we accept our lacquer, which reminds me, can we give some gift to Shiwangmu? Maybe she will drop by and accelerate our building process a little bit. Actually, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's already prepare for some more ceramists. We'll probably not cut too many trees, but like this is fine. And then this is the final amount of people we are going to need. There's still people moving in for some reason, so... Oh yeah, there's still many people moving into there, so we can just pretty much wait and they are going to fill up those available workspaces. Now, what does this need? More ceramics, weapons, and weapons. So I think here we are going to get 4 more. And then here... ceramics we have enough, so we pretty much have to wait for weapons to come over for this to continue. But yeah, the dirt pushers in the meantime can pick up some dirt from the underground vault, so that's okay. Well, do we have weapons? Yes, we have plenty of weapons, but we of course need to accept them so that these guys are walking over. Honey likes our alligator, which is good. Geomo is here, which is great because that means our monument is being constructed a little bit quicker. We have tons of wood, which we don't need at the moment because until we start building here, we will have wood stored up again. So let's give her some of this wood. There is a lacquerware pusher and silk guys as well. Okay, that's good. Nomads. I would feel more comfortable if I gifted you another spy, just so we're sure you're not up to anything strange with us. How much silk do we still need? We don't really need silk here, right? So, oh, I see what happened here. We of course need to stop getting the silk. So as soon as they deliver the silk here, we are just going to give some silk to the gods, and they should get the weapons, and then this can continue. That's why it's important to keep an eye on this. Gods are still being contented. We are making some money. If we had some more workers, we could probably increase our industry a little bit. As soon as we brought over the weapons, we can just sell the weapons, and then we should be completely fine. Salamander in, so we have all the 9 animals. Very nice. Employees needed. Something has devolved. Herbalist, okay. This is not as stable as I want it to be. So let's just build another housing block. I think we can use this part of the city, because actually this inspector here is quite useless, so we are just going to build a small housing block here, which maybe we're not even going to evolve, but that will give us some workers. And then let's do something a little bit more interesting. I probably should pause the game while I'm designing this like this. And then we need to move this one over so we can put in another house. I promise this will maybe look nice, we're not sure, but we are going to try. So let's waste some more money. And how is this possible? It's fine, we're just going to improvise a little bit. Let's do this. And we can have shrine here. We can have the Taoist shrine here. And can we fit in a watchtower somewhere? Perfect. We can have a herbalist and an acupuncturist here, and our water source here. And then maybe decorate this a little bit like so. Let's quickly do this. Nice. And then we can put in a water source. And this will give us some more population, so I can delete the houses there in the housing block, in the elite housing block. We can put in maybe some decorations here. Don't really understand why I messed this up, but it's fine. We just ignore that it's not perfectly symmetrical. And then we are going to fit in one more house over there. Have garden here. The garden through the middle. There's a spy.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
So a lot of silk has come over here. So I'm assuming they are grabbing some more resources to put into there. Did we run out of lacquerware? Yes, we did. So we need to wait for some more lacquerware to come into this warehouse here for them to grab. Weapons, however, I think were taken. Yes, the weapons are coming here. So that, yeah, the weapons should go into the monument right away. And so do the ceramics. So let's actually not get anything at the moment to see what will happen. So we're only missing 3 lacquerware vessels, so they should go into here. So that pretty much means everything that's in here we can just give away. For example, to Xi'an Mu. Let's hope it takes this one. Nice, okay. Then later on, maybe we just delete it and see that we can do that. So we don't need those houses anymore. I mean, we do need them, but we are just going to delete them because of how unstable they are. And I think it would be nice if I could feed these people here as well. Problem is a little bit, how can we fit a market? Let's not celebrate while we think about it. Tribute paid by Shu, very good. So we can have an inspector up there. Let's quickly pause and have a wall here. So we can have a market square here. Wall this off in the back and have the inspector come through. And we probably quickly need to open this here, and then we can have a connection through here. Let's rope block like this. We must be careful because the inspector still needs to be able to come out. And then I think food, hemp, ceramics, and we will give appetizing food right away. And let's see how this works. We can always put down some more houses if we need. The mill is a little bit far away, so I think that was 100% a spy. What did we do here? Sell silk. Yeah, I think we just sold silk, right? So, what am I paying this guy for to look for spies if he doesn't catch any spies? I'm not sure. Anyways, those guys are still getting weapons, which they don't really need to, because we actually want to sell those weapons here. So maybe I'm just going to get 8 weapons into there, and then the rest we will sell just for some more. And then what will happen with those weapons here, because they're not going to be accepted. Lacquerware, come on, we need lacquerware. Is all the lacquerware going into the market? Okay. Can we buy lacquerware from somewhere? Just to beat this up a little bit. Let's see. Sells. No, no one sells lacquerware, fortunately. Question is, am I selling lacquerware? No, don't think so. So yeah, we just need to quickly somehow get some lacquerware over so this can continue. Let's just do this. Yeah, and let's quickly accept those, and then we are just going to set this to empty and store up more wood, more clay, and then use some of this stuff. Hopefully it will take from the correct one. Doesn't, that's very annoying, but what should we do? Well, now what do they need? Plant food. They still haven't gotten any food. And our food here is a little bit struggling, which I wonder why that is. What's going on here? Is there no road for some reason? There is, so is the mill too far? Can't imagine that being the case. We're going to wait a little bit. Let's quickly see. Oh, monument is taking a hit. That's actually not so good. So let's do that. Industry, government, industry, government, commerce. Commerce should be high just because I want those markets to work properly. But let's wait a little bit longer and see. Now, are they going out to grab some lacquerware from here? Let's actually quickly stop buying lacquerware here, because they probably have a stockpile, and they can go for a little while just so that we have some more lacquerware here available. Now, is this working here? We don't have enough wood on this side, okay. Is this getting wood? I should think this should be getting wood. I think I'm... Oh, this one I don't need anyway, so that's 16. 22. Yeah, it's a little bit overflowing, but I think I can drop this again. Come on, we just need some lacquerware. So annoying. Shiwamu's still here, but probably she would enjoy some silk. Where did this take the silk? Here it's still okay, and over here as well. Nice. We do get, what? A wild pig. Thank you. We don't really need one, but why not? What? No demand? How does this not have any demand for to go get food? Is this a glitch, or did I set something up incorrectly? Oh no, maybe it's because, no, they do have a shrine. What's going on? Let's build a wall, just to make it look nice.
If you want to eat dragon meat, you'll have to go ahead and get it yourself. And keep your hands out of my food baskets.
Maybe the mill is actually too far. Maybe. So let's see if we can set up a mill up here. And then this is just going to get 8 each. I think it's bean curd, millet, wheat. Yes, so let's see if that will help. And then, do we need an inspector here? Because I feel like our food is constantly a little bit low. And we do produce plenty of food. Although, I could just also build another farm.
I'd better hide, and quickly.
Maybe we're just going to build another food farm, but that means I have to connect those 2 areas, which I also don't really want to do. So let's have some food being stored up here, which hopefully then will work. Ceramics a little bit low here, actually. Maybe also work of a spy, we're not sure. Huangdi is feeling neglected, so let's give him some hemp. And then next month also give some hemp to Shunno. Now this finally has finished. So here, clay, fill up. Very nice. So this should now be working fine. Where's Shiwangmu? Where did she wander off to? Oh, this needs lacquer. What? What is going on here? This. Let's delete this. I think my city, something seems a little bit strange. This area here doesn't have enough wood, it seems like, because this Confucian Academy also ran out of wood. So let's see where we can get some wood. Over here, so maybe I'm just going to put a wood cutter here, and they can supply more wood to this area here. But how did it lose access to the ancestral shrine? No one knows. Now this here finally got food, but it's just a little bit unstable. So let's actually, where am I importing salt? Or actually, am I importing salt? Or was this a gift? Here I can import rice. So let's buy a ton of rice. let's decrease the amount of lacquer I buy, and let's get some rice into those mills, just to stabilize a little bit, because I cannot afford to have everything devolve and evolve the entire time. This fountain here we don't need, we can save some employees. But then, yes, this now will start coming along. We do not celebrate. Let's give some weapons to Shandong. Nice. Tribute paid. We have so much lacquer, I should probably give away lacquer instead of anything else, but Jiwangmu, you can go here, just oversee the monument construction. I don't think it matters where she is, but should be fine. Weapons, we produce still a ton, so actually let's get some more over here while we can. People are moving in. Wood has gone here, so what's your problem now? Confucian Academy.
The people are failing to study Master Confucius's teachings. Their virtue and filial piety are far from perfect.
Okay. Food has pretty much run out everywhere. So we are just going to see if we can increase the desirability here a little bit. By building a wall around this area. Actually, and let's leave it like this so they have an exit, emergency exit, so to speak. And then house workers, yeah, we can still drop a couple of houses around the outside here. Just scatter them around like this, and then we need to finish the wall. What was this message? I didn't miss them, but is anyone angry? Nope. Okay, Shivangmu have some ceramic. No, we said we need to give away lacquer, so I have some lacquer. There we go. We used up some of our excess lacquer, and then the rest of this block can have some gardening. Food has run out again, but I think as soon as we import some rice should make its way over and help us. Now we do need to save up some more money, so we probably do not want to import too many things, but this should be okay. This is coming along. Dirt pushers almost dug up everything here. Not sure what this is all about here, but we'll see. Gods. Maybe give small gift of ceramics. Workers, steel workers needed, that's perfect. We're importing quite some iron, which I think is unnecessary. And what else are we importing? Just iron, pretty much. Iron, lacquer. Yeah, lacquer, not sure how much we really need. So let's drop this as well. Just so we don't spend as much money. And then government taxes we can actually raise a little bit, and I think we should also tax those people here, and we are going to do that here in the corner. Sorry for those people who wanted to move there, but that's just how it's gonna be. we have foods. I think I'm going to put down one more food farm here, because it's just not stable for my taste. Or do we want maybe to do some fishing over here? But then fishing must be here. And then we don't really have a good spot for an inspector, do we? We could have him walk. Okay, let's try doing this. Okay, military buildup at nomad camps. We get some wood, that's nice. But that means, yes, military buildup at nomad camps doesn't sound pleasant. So let's buy under military and actually also just sabotage their industry as well. So in case they want to come bother us, they have too many problems on their own or of their own. And then let's do some fishing and bring the fish over to those mills. So let's also get 4 fish here and get 4 fish there, and let's see if that will help. Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid that's gonna happen, but I think when the bean carts come in, it should sort itself out. I don't know if we are being sabotaged or if anything else is going on I'm missing, but a little bit annoying. Our spies going to the nomads. Hopefully that will also help, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, food, move back in, come on.
Trying to find a place to live in the city is like trying to squash fleas with all 5 fingers. I've been evicted by that greedy pig of a landlord. I hope a dragon eats him.
Our craftsmen can make such wonderful pots.
All right. Fishing has started, which is good. How is our monument coming along? It's coming along okay. Just make sure Shiwamu stays in. I think at the moment we can spare some wood, because we have so much on this side. Just need to make sure this side doesn't run out, because we do not want our elite housing to devolve. Oh, we're also importing jade, I just remembered, but yeah, we are also selling carved jade, so that should make us a profit. Sure, have some wheat. Did this mess up everything again? It didn't. There's a spy.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
And they are now... Oh, this... Oh, no, so annoying. Okay, can we... The market ladies are now walking all over the place to grab food, which is not ideal. So the easiest thing would be to have a second warehouse here. Now, can we fit a second warehouse here? We can, okay, that's good. And now I think we're just going to open this up and have 2 gates here. Let's not celebrate, have this open to market employees and this open to building inspectors. Now this of course needs to accept hemp. No, it needs to get hemp. Get ceramics. And also gonna need some wood. Question is, we can provide some wood there. We have huge unemployment actually, which is good, I guess. And then this, if this is getting, and this is accepting. I should be able to disconnect this. I hope. We will see how this works out. Because somehow our food got messed up again, so I'm definitely going to build the last farm as well. Something like this. And then have some food being produced here. We are going to have some trees being cut, but I think it's worth it because this is just too stressful. And then try to irrigate a little bit like this. Hopefully this will help stabilize our food supply. Because here, how is this possible that this runs out completely? I'm not sure. Half our Shiramu is left, so let's give her some hemp. Of course, it took from the wrong warehouse. This is a spy.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
What? An ornate apartment has collapsed, so let's just not bother, just have some more gardens there. 0 workers needed, so that's fine. And I think we should now have very high priority for our monument so that this builds up as fast as possible. And we need to get Xi'an back, so let's just give her some weapons. Nice. So this, maybe we can do another gift of ceramics and this will completely empty out. We will see. So this side here is completely fine. Can we sell silk? Nope, we can't. Xi'an is back. Very good. Now this here. So we have 3 types of food here, which the market ladies are going to grab. This is quite the mission. Now, because we do have some unemployment, we hopefully can afford... Why is this stuff collapsing? Let's quickly check on hazards. Is this guy now reaching the whole block? Or what is going on? Let's quickly wait here what this guy does. Of course, this would be good if this were a evolved. Okay. Let's delete that one as well and replace with some pavilions. Yes, we know this food issue is quite concerning, to say the least, because none of our blocks have appropriate food. So let's hope that our new fishing industry plus our new farm are going to solve our problems. Because I can't be bothered now to look at this the entire time. We do need to manage everything else. So let's give a small gift of ceramics. Did this empty this? Nope. Okay. Yeah, nothing wants to be the way I want it to be at the moment, but I mean, it's good that the game still is a challenge, even though I have played through it so many times, so I guess it's okay. Some hemp has gone out. Now let's follow this spy here, and let's see where he goes. Does he sabotage our foods? He doesn't, okay, that's good.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
What we of course could also do is get Shanong in and give him some, and let him bless the farms. But I think we have food for 9,000 people. We are 4,000 people, and we're struggling so much. Really don't understand what's going on here. Now food has come in, sort of. At least this market is now full. This market has some food. And when she grabs a little bit more, yes. Yeah, it's just we're constantly going into a first feeding, back and forth. And we must make sure our government doesn't run out of workers, because else our animals are going to flee and we have to do the whole thing again. So let's be careful of that. Our huge ditch is almost dug up, which is good. Let's quickly increase wages a little bit. And hope that this is good. Nomads. Have another military spy. Now Ying and Wu, even though... Oh, I cannot... Okay, then they're probably also not going to attack if they're our ally. But this is 3 types of food. We're not going to celebrate. They need music. Yeah, of course. Thank you. But this, of course, has been cut from the outside worlds. And we need acrobats on this side as well. But I think for the moment we just have to wait. February. Markets do have food, so maybe now we can finally stabilize everything. This block, the elite housing at least, is surprisingly stable, considering that the smaller houses did devolve, so not sure what's going on with that. Let's keep Xi'an Mu in.
Come, my daughters, let us talk of the way and the secrets of immortality.
Let's quickly check what Xi'an does. And she also... No, she can't. Okay, then as we cannot have two different gods in our city, or heroes, we're just going to have her here because the monuments, yeah, are still going to take a lot of time. So this is now revolved, does have food. This has food, this has food. So I think now, yeah, it should be reasonably stable, I think. This, of course, can we build a farm somewhere up here? Oh, there's a spy.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
It's not ideal, because the water table probably sucks. But just to supplement our food production or food in this area, let's just have a farm here. Can I bring over an irrigation ditch somehow? I could actually, but let's do that. We have money. Let's come there, do that, do that, and irrigate those fields. They should then have still some productivity, even though it's very the water table is very bad. I mean, it's good cropland. Yeah, it's fine. Rice is still coming in. It's good. This is... Oh, more dirt? Okay. Actually, it's a double ditch, so they have to dig 2 times. Fine. Let's just make sure Xi'an stays here. Oh, in the meantime, we can give her some clay because we're not using it yet. Weapons still going out. Very good. So, I mean, money-wise, we're completely fine. Workers, we should somehow be able to have acrobats. So, but I'm thinking if I put acrobats here, somewhere near those rocks, and then use this inspector, I think it should be fine. So let's try having this inspector walking like this. And then if we connect here, the acrobats should be walking like this and come to this market. It's a long way, but that should work. And it should not mess up our system. This is covered enough. I think so, but just in case, let's do that. It should not mess up anything in our system. So this area should also evolve. Food here has again run out. I cannot believe it. Even though we're producing food for 10,000 people, we have 4.5 or 5,000 people in our city, and somehow we are constantly struggling, which for me is a little bit strange, to be honest. So let's buy the salt. Let's get some salt. And of course, as soon as I do this, suddenly we're overflowing with foods. But this now plenty. This now plenty. This meh, but yeah, what is this? Millet. Yeah, we do have millet. We should have some wheat. But if we get in some salt, I think maybe having like 10 types of foods in our city, maybe that's what we need to do. Anyways, okay, Shiwamu have some hemp. How is industry? Yes, now we're talking. Very high wages. This should slowly sort itself out. We can actually give some wood. I think wood has stocked up very nicely. The monument. We need only dirt, clay, and wood. And tumulus. Yeah, okay. How many unemployed workers do we have? Question is, do we want to put down some towers? Because they want some fortifications, but in a way it's unlikely that we are going to run into any problems with the nomads, so I'm not sure if we even bother. Now this is how I like it, mill full and 2 full markets. That's definitely what we want. Now this mill up here, of course, will probably struggle, but I mean, how many people are moving? 600, that's fine. And some wheat is going over, so this should, and it did not run out of food, so now I think we should be fine. How many? Tax rate is high and wages are very high, so that's also completely fine. Chiwamu is not here anymore, so let's give her some wood. Just need to make sure. There's a spy here.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
Lacquerware. Yeah, we're still buying. Oh, we're not buying much lacquer anymore. So let's maybe buy a little bit more just to make sure. Although this area here I like the most, I think, because it gives me the least amount of trouble here. Of course, who'd have thought we ran out of food, because next year I probably do need to celebrate, because I haven't celebrated for quite some time. So Yomu, have some more wood, I guess. No, let's give her some lacquer because she really likes the lacquer. We can pretty much give away 9 per year without any cost. Here, even if we are sabotaged, I think that's not a big deal, because we are producing a lot of resources. Let's do a save, because God forbid the game crashes and we have to do the whole thing again. Obviously these monuments took forever to build, so that's actually maybe even quite realistic, but I mean, in-game it can get a little bit annoying to just wait around for the monuments to be built, but it's just how it is. And I think this one is the one that takes the longest, because we have to build 2. I'm not sure, because now all those are going to dig up dirt, you know. So I'm not sure if it will be faster if you wait with just build one first and then build the second. I'm not sure if it will make a difference. And I'm not really willing to try it out, to be honest. So all the ancestors are pleased. So that's good. We do have, let's check on our food. Loads of food here. Not that much on this side. Although now wheat is going to be delivered soon. Also on this side. And we do here have 4 types. So yeah, I think that should be fine. I think we can spare some hemp. And yeah, let's... I did speed up a little bit, if you noticed, because
Aye, my cover is blown.
we do not
I
want...
better hide and quickly.
We do not want this to be going on for any longer than it absolutely has to. But yeah, what could I tell? I have actually been in China many times. I've mentioned many times, I think, on my streams. And I've seen this terracotta army in person, and it's really quite impressive. Especially because these soldiers really do look different. Like, every soldier does look different, which is, to me, quite crazy. And it's actually also, when you go to Xi'an, which is the city that most people go to these terracotta warriors, you actually, it's not close to the city. Like, you expect to go to Xi'an to see the terracotta warriors, when in fact you have to take a bus that, when I was there, was really not that clear to see, which was quite interesting to me. And yeah, so I've been there. I've also seen this tumulus. It actually exists. It's a huge mound, but they didn't open it yet because they're afraid that the oxygen will destroy the artifacts that are in the grave. So they're kind of waiting until they have technology to open this up. So then they can open it up without destroying anything that's inside. Now we do need to give away some lacquerware. Now, what could I do to empty this? Because pretty much we don't have any more space. Just a little bit. I wish I hadn't wasted this lacquerware here now, but when do they need it? 4 months, right? October. So that would be... We still have some time. So now lacquerware should be coming in. Nice, okay. What was it? Huanshan. There you go. Have fun. Right. So anyways, yeah. So actually, and what I also want to say is that there's a very famous photo, of course, of these terracotta warriors. Like, if you look for terracotta army on Google, there's just like everyone pretty much takes the same picture when you're there. And actually, this is just because that's pretty much the only thing that's really interesting. Like, this pole where those terracotta warriors are located, you come in and you're like, wow, so crazy. You look at them, you're very impressed, and then you continue walking and expect, you know, the next hall to be equally crazy, and then it's just, the rest of it is just, yeah, it's a bunch of broken pots and a bunch of broken terracotta warriors. So with the rest, I was actually not too impressed, but the terracotta army is definitely, if you ever have the chance, you have to go there, because it's an incredible, you know, thing humans did, basically. Going back to our food problem, we do barely keep up with food supply up here. We do have a ton of unemployment. So we definitely have to drop that a little bit, because else people might get angry at us. And we can also drop taxes, because we did hit our treasury goal. So from now on, it's pretty much just waiting for the monuments to be built. And everything else should be smooth sailing from now on. Let's decorate a little bit, because why not? I want this to be a nice city. Wish I had the trees, the decorative trees. Those are really nice to build a nice city. For now we have to make do with the gardens. But this does look very beautiful, I think. This, actually I also like it. I'm just thinking, if I squeeze in 2 more statues here, can we evolve the fountains? We can. That's way better. Way better. Then what else could we improve? This here I wish were evolved as well, but I'm not sure if we can, because it's should have built a fancy road here as well, but so tight because of the feng shui. 12 trays of fish. Now that could be something we could do. Let's just be extremely lazy and just buy fish from although we do have, how much fish do we have? Actually, wait. How much fish do we have in here? 800. So if we just temporarily, for this request, build a warehouse, just store fish, just for a second, because then I don't need to do this. Then we should be able to fulfill this quite quickly. Because there's also some fish pushers going around. Now, who wanted shoe, right? There you go, have your fish. Thank you very much. And now just delete this and put the fish back into our mill, which of course now, oh, they're also getting rice. Fine. I guess this can just be set up like this, so this will stay a stable area. Lacquerware is also quite stable, even though we only have 2 lacquerware makers. And probably, yeah, we forgot about Xi'an again. She can just get weapons, because weapons, yeah, it does take out of the trading depot, but since we hit our money target, it's not really that big of a deal, really. Sure, regards us more highly. Probably nomads. They're asking for another spy, just in case. There's a little bit of glitch here. But yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. And how much unemployment do we have? So let's put down some more laborers. 1, 2, 3 more laborers, which hopefully will go to this monument here. 33 workers needed seems quite reasonable. I think it will be Xi'an is back, very nice. So I'm not sure what exactly happens, if they have more dirt they can carry, or if the monument actually needs less dirt to be built, but we don't care as long as it will be faster. Let's give her some wood, which hopefully Yeah, it of course wasn't taken from the correct warehouse, but there should be a constant flow of wood into our Confucian Academy anyway, so that's also fine. So food here is stable, food here is stable. Spy here.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
And food is also, let's say, decent on this side. It's not perfect, but now there's cart pushers waiting around. It took millet, tribute paid, so we can easily just give some lacquer to Shiva Mu. He's exalted, which we appreciate. We cannot build any more forts. And what's going on here? We are... Oh, we could actually also sell weapons here, so let's do that. Because we have so much... Actually, we produce so many weapons. Because we did have to, because of the military in the previous mission. So far, I was trying to evolve those, but definitely probably, yeah, horrible desirability, horrible. So now this here does look it's getting along more quickly with one fish. Okay, let's give out some clay. He's exalted about that. What was that? I think those 3 more laborers camps definitely help. Was this a spy? Yes.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
So food on this side now is very good. Food on the smaller block here is okay as well. Just wish this house here, I mean, come on, how is the desirability here? It's only somewhat appealing, huh? If I change this garden to a statue, oh, not this one, but theoretically, oh, so let's see if we can fit a statue that fits there. Scholar, there you go. Way better. That's way better. Okay. Okay. Good. Back here, Cumulus going quite quickly. This here, this farm is producing some food. It's okay. We are importing some food. What is our... Yeah, we make around 14,000 per year, so definitely we can spare some money for food for our people. After all, listen to what he says.
We're getting there, slowly but surely. But now it's time for a quick break.
Yeah, one talks about it's going to kill him, so...
We're getting there, slowly but surely. But now it's time for a quick break. This project is going to be the death of me.
There we go. So at least we can feed them, right? So let's make sure Shiwamu stays here, and I think we can spare some hemp. Can we? Question mark. Yeah, it's okay. Ceramics, I think. Spies are walking towards our ceramic industry, so maybe we could pay a little bit more attention to that, but then on the other hand, ceramics so far, hope I don't jinx myself, have not been a problem. I wonder if we can just leave it. They are grabbing ceramics to go there. So yeah, that's fine. Food has actually come in here quite nicely. There's already 4 types, so 5 types of food should be okay, and our food crisis should be finally over. Gods are all contented, so let's keep giving stuff to Shi Wangmu. He's joyful. She's still talking about the daughters.
Come, my daughters. Let us talk of the way and the secrets of immortality.
Okay. Fishermen. Oh, they don't talk. Okay. I think they talk about their birds. Also interesting, those fishermen, if you have ever noticed, they use birds to catch the fish, and that's actually also what they did in China. When I was there, I did even hold those cormorants on a stick on my shoulders. I was expecting this to cost money, but actually it was free to take a picture from some fishermen. Or maybe it's because I speak a little bit of Chinese and they just like foreigners who can speak their language, so maybe it will cost a little bit of money if you do it, but yeah, that was also a quite interesting experience. And actually even there is small communities who still fish with the birds.
The bounty of these waters will do well to feed the townspeople. The bounty of these waters will do well to feed the townspeople.
Give some lacquer to Shi Wangmu. Keep her around. We are getting there slowly, I think, because as soon as the ceramists take over here to do their magic with the terracotta thing, all the dirt pushers can go here, and then it will be way quicker, I think. I hope, at least. We're approaching lunchtime here, so come on, hurry up a little bit so I can go get some lunch, okay? So this is the final mission of the Qin Dynasty, of course, so I'm very excited to continue with the Han Dynasty later, which also, from now on, I am trying to have, or to make some more beautiful blocks. Of course, my layout like this is very efficient and a good thing to get in some workers, but with some decorations, by incorporating the monuments into our cities, I think you can really make a city look nice. And also, of course, I do love some walls. Lindsay needs iron. Okay, how much iron do we have? 0. Okay, so let's stockpile some iron. And there's a spy.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
We can just buy some iron and we can give away right away. They will give us some wood, which is also good. Oh, we did actually buy 12 out of 12, so good thing I did activate buying iron from there.
It's been a long, dusty road, but I finally arrived to unpack this heavy load.
We do have a lot of salt, so I did deactivate the salt buying for a little bit. Now, how much do they want? 8, perfect. Okay, how far are we here? By far. Shi Wangmu, don't leave us. So let's give her some... What does she like? I think she likes weapons. And then we need to give some stuff to our ancestors as well, because last thing we need now is a curse or a flood or something like this. So, or an earthquake. Please don't give us an earthquake. That would be the worst thing, because that can pretty much wreck your entire city. And we do not really want that. So, yeah, Lindsay likes us. So, let's give out great gifts of clay to everyone. Although they don't really like the clay, so I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do. Maybe we are also going to give them some weapons, maybe. And by the time we made all the gods happy, we should go back to Xi'an and give her some more gifts. Because I think it really helps. It does seem like we are getting along. I'm not sure why this is 0 with the dirt. Is this because in the end we covered the whole thing with dirt? Maybe. Actually, maybe that's exactly what's gonna happen, but for some reason Huangdi was neglected and I didn't give him anything and now he's contented. But we are still going to give him something just so that he doesn't get jealous. Nomads still being sabotaged. Actually, Kingdom of Narnia doesn't have any shields. Fine. Money. Stable. Selling stuff. Good. Let's do... We don't really need anything. We don't really need a gift as well. Let's just do... Our mint will be more efficient. Okay, that's good. Tribute paid. Lovely. That means we can give some lacquer to our Xi'an. And this should then soon be going to the next phase, which I think will finally be the establishment of the Terracotta warriors, or the Terracotta army. Everything else is stable, I guess. Of course, we should be on the lookout for spies, but for example, here.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
But even if he steals some hemp, I think I'm fine with that. Let's quickly make sure the ancestors are reasonably happy before we give a gift to Xi'an before she disappears. Now all the dirt pushers will go in here, because they are going to need a carpenter before it continues. And this should be the last dirt stage for the moment. Now what can we give her? Don't have much to give her. Let's give her some wood. Have some wood reserve. And maybe there's also wood here. Why is there wood here? Let's empty that, and the angry ancestors, yeah, no way. I just made them all happy, so that was a scripted event. We couldn't have avoided. A weaver has collapsed. That was definitely the work of a spy. And I'm a little bit annoyed at the guy who is responsible for this area here, because I think he should catch some of those spies. But anyways, This, I think, is now finished. And now wood and clay is gonna come over. And we can watch the first stage, how they make this terracotta army. We are going to give some more stuff to Shiramu, and I think it's just gonna be small gifts of weapons for the moment. Theramis coming over.
I will honor my ancestors by the skilled work I do today.
Yes, and we can see our first warriors being built. Very nice. And then I think they're going to build some wood structures.
Off to the monument with my wood chisel and drill. A lot of boring work to do today.
Right, then we need more clay. Clay shouldn't be a problem, I think. This should come along now swiftly, I think. Of course, these wood structures don't exist anymore today, so you only see the warriors. And fun fact, the warriors were actually painted, and the paint has withered away with time.
It was a long day, but I am satisfied with my work.
Good to know, good to know. Let's give away some ceramics, I think. Did this mess up anything? Oh, there was a spy stealing some wood, but we're not too bothered. Ceramics should last. I think next time we just give some hemp. Now warriors are coming in. Very nice. This part of the monument is probably my favorite. I think, spoiler alert, I think it's a shame it's gonna be covered. So, oh, we can actually not give silk. Oh, so let's give some hemp. It's gonna be covered by wood and dirt. Because of course the location of the grave of the emperor was a secret. And they say that everyone who worked on this monument was killed afterwards. So they couldn't tell the story where the monument is. Not sure if that's true, but considering that these are crazy times, I mean, it's not unlikely that that happened. Just quickly checking on our ceramic supply. Let's not celebrate for once. Tribute paid, so we have some lacquer to give away, which is good. 40 workers needed. Who's taking the hit? Industry. That's fine. And we should give some lacquer to our goddess here. Enjoy. And now we can see this is actually coming along quite quickly because, of course, the workers are not the same. There was a spy stealing some clay, but joke's on him because we have plenty of clay. And our army is coming along very nicely. I hope this can finish before this is covered, because I wish I could take a screenshot of this for the thumbnail before it's covered, but we'll have to see. I'm not sure if I disconnect the road, if the whole progress is going to be lost, which of course will be very annoying. So I think I'm going to save and then try, because I do not want to start over under any circumstance. Let's give some stuff to Huangdi. Oh, and he hates lacquer. Interesting. So Xi'an loves lacquer and Huangdi hates lacquer, which is quite interesting to know. There's a spy.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
Food is now completely stable. What's more worrying is that we've run out of ceramics. And the houses don't have much ceramics or many ceramics available. So is there something we can do? I hope... oh, is this guy from a mill? What is he doing? What is going on here? Okay, so ceramics are becoming a little bit a problem. Nomads, we finally caught a spy. Ooh, they caught all of ours as well. So let's go sabotage their military and their food supply because they are annoying. And let's see if we can solve our ceramics problem. Because yeah, some houses are devolving because we don't have enough ceramics. Angry ancestors again, which I don't believe because all contented. Let's... oh, he actually likes clay, interesting. Let's make sure here, I think we can drop the amount a little bit. And hope that some ceramics are going to make their way over. So let's see where they go. Here we still have some in stock, which is good. And they go here. Okay, so this is just going to be underdeveloped for a while until we can have people move back in. Here we've run out of wood. Interesting turn of events. And I think maybe we should produce some ceramics somewhere around here. To distribute... or can we just import some ceramics? I kind of feel lazy to set up a ceramics industry, so let's see, sells... oh, no one sells ceramics, also interesting, so I think we need to produce more.
Aye, my cover is blown.
Produce more ceramics. And we need to do that by actually using this warehouse here. So this warehouse will accept half ceramics. This here is going to be destroyed. And we can have... oh, to do this, let's quickly shift this road and see how many kilns we can squeeze around here. I think we can go for 1, 2, 3. I think. I think that's the maximum amount. Because in here we cannot really build because of the rocks. But this boost should probably be enough for us. What is going on here? Yeah, I think for the moment I'm gonna leave it like this, so at least food stays stable. Of course, I forgot about the gods a little bit. So let's give some hemp to Shivamu to make her happy. And then as soon as some ceramics make their way over there, we should be fine. Hemp is distributing very nicely. This will be covered up, so let's enjoy the view here. And actually, does this mean we do not need any more clay? Yes, actually that means we are going to destroy our clay industry here and replace with... Oh, and I'm stockpiling fish and iron for some reason. Let's increase the amount of wood and let's empty out all the wood, all the clay, and accept wood. I think 3 wood warehouses should be fine, so let's just empty this. Those clay guys, we are just going to give some clay to xi'an, and the rest of the clay we just will let fade away. Now, as you can see, this is being covered. So that also means we don't need any more ceramists, and we can replace those with carpenters. Some carpenters, let's just have many carpenters. And when people have moved back in, I think we should have plenty of workers. Now, where are all our ceramics going? This is really...
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly. Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
I think I know where our ceramics are going. They're just being stolen by spies, but I think we're just gonna keep an eye on this here a little bit, because the last thing we can use is everything de-evolving again. It's just a problem is that this guy is always faster. I think once they have 8 ceramics in there, I'm quickly going to just accept ceramics for a while. So the other guy can also go grab some.
You must relax.
Actually, let's... Oh yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard. Okay. So some ceramics are making their way. I just need to remember not to give any ceramics away. Spy.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
But this guy, why aren't you getting... Oh, is this the problem? That he was stuck with his hemp?
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
Ooh, and the nomads have once again caught our military spies, so let's just have 3. I think that's why they sent them back. And then this, of course, also now needs to go get more ceramics. And then hopefully this will sort itself out. They are stockpiling a little bit now that we have increased our ceramics production. Maybe we're just also not producing enough ceramics. That's also possible. We could get Huangdi down because he also distributes ceramics, but that just feels like a little bit like too much effort for my taste. So let's just hope we can finish the mission soon. We are using a load of wood. Yeah. Ceramics. Still not as stable as I want, but at least all the markets have some ceramics stored up. What was this? A spy? Just saw there. Maybe not, but I do want to pay a little more attention to catching spies, because when some resource, like for example ceramics, are so unstable, we better make sure that none of it gets stolen. Because it seems like this wood is also getting less, and we're not really using this wood, so that must mean it's being stolen by someone. Or at least that's what I imagine to happen. So let's give away some weapons to Shiwamu, so she stays exalted. And workers are slowly coming back in. Nomads sent another spy, but he paid us, which is very good. Trading key once again demolished by a spy. Keep forgetting what we're doing here. Selling silk. Okay. But since we don't really need any more money, we're fine. Now here's...
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
I wish there could be a mechanic like a watchtower or something that will catch spies if they pass by. Because apparently our city gates or our inspectors do nothing at all to catch them. Which I think, because spies are such an important part of this game to survive military, I'm not sure how much I like it that they're so hard to catch, or that there are so many at least, because like it's getting a little bit annoying. See, there's another one.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
Because they're going to spawn the next month, so if you catch one in August, like in September, he's going to reappear with a different disguise from somewhere else, so I don't really like this mechanic. But on the other hand, I mean, the spies are also preventing any invasions, so I guess that's just the price you pay. Emissary... Thank you for the wood. That should go to the correct part of the city now, I think. Or did it go here? Maybe it went everywhere but the right spot, but that's fine. We can actually accept some wood in here as well. Let's do that. Just so our tax collector always has a good supply of wood. Ceramics are finally making their way up here, so both warehouses do have some stored up, which is good. And I think I am going to give away some rice, because now food has finally stabilized and there was tons of rice here.
I'd better hide, and quickly.
Yeah, you better get the hell out of my city is what you should do, but maybe if I ask nicely, no, they won't. So we're just waiting for our monument to finish. I think why do they color it? It looks so nice, and then it would just look so lame. But yeah, that's just how it is. So we do have unemployment, so we can drop wages soon as we've given away some weapons to our new war. And I think Oh, actually, for the moment, we're going to leave or keep some unemployment. Yes. Bye.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly. These buildings are as solid as Mount Taishan.
Don't really appreciate how he pronounces Taishan. I mean, not that my pronunciation is good or anything, but it's Taishan. So, not sure why they had him say it like this. I can celebrate. There is... Oh no, this guy actually works for us, I think. Let's see what's happening here. No spies. Yeah, why is the music suddenly so quiet? It's a little bit awkward. But yeah, and actually it's Taishan, different pronunciation. So even me criticizing his pronunciation, I was wrong. It's Taishan, but yes, still better than Taishan. Anyways, enough Chinese. Let's see that our city is stable. Finally, we have plenty of ceramics being stored up. We should give some more stuff to Xi'an. This now is looking how I want it to look.
I hate working in the family business. Maybe I should just run off and become an acrobat. The merchant treats us like we're barbarians from the north.
Hemp cloth is durable and practical. What else could one want?
I hate working in the family business. Maybe I should just run off and become an acrobat.
Well, okay, that was a little bit of a glitch, but we know what he means. We're still selling plenty of stuff. All in all, I really like how this city looks. I think it's the most city-looking city, if you know what I mean, I've ever built, or at least definitely what I've built in this playthrough so far. With these two districts of people that are fully evolved in this mission. Because of course these houses will need tea to further evolve.
Off the chops, off the
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
And then we have this really nice elite housing block, which doesn't give me any trouble. It did when I put some regular houses, but for the elite, I think they're quiet and just appreciate where they're living. Are they walking around? Let's ask them. Sometimes they walk around, or is this only if we have drama access, so they will leave the house to go to the drama thing? Maybe.
The sage seeks freedom.
You all know it's better to give than to receive, especially to me. I mean, to your government.
Xi'an is left, so let's see what we can give her. Small gift of lacquer. No, she's not impressed with small gift of lacquer. So Grand Tumulus is complete. Who does this, please? Shannon. Okay, that's good, I guess. So I think now, because Shannon is here and he's probably going to stay here, maybe Xi'an, we will have to send off Shannon to get her in, so I'm a little bit too lazy to do that. So
my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
I'm just going to leave it as is. This now can work like this. If I give away some wood, is it going to disappear? Yes, lovely. Okay. So we're waiting for the Tumulus thing to disappear or to be finished. We need dirt And we need wood. 24. So actually, let's just delete some of this. And I think now... Oh no, still not okay. Then let's continue with high wages. Now we have so many ceramics. I am going to give a medium gift to Xi'an, but of course he had to take from here. Why would it take from where we have so much, right? So sometimes, yeah, there could definitely be some improvements. Anyone wants to mod the game for our resource distribution to be a little bit smarter, I will be glad to test it, but at least now we can fill up quickly. We're producing way too much hemp, so actually we could also just have less hemp coming over. But yeah, and why? I just don't understand why the cart pushers will always grab so much and then they cannot deliver. Oh, he doesn't talk. Interesting.
One of these days, China is going to run out of trees.
Yeah, they did actually, or they are.
So remind me why we invented the wheelbarrow?
Yeah, I just wanted to catch a spy actually.
Aye, my cover is blown. I'd better hide and quickly.
We are going to celebrate New Year because I'm not sure how long we are going to be on this map, because we are quite close to winning now. So let's do a quick overview again. Our city, look at everything. I really like how those inspectors are walking around, like there are maybe security or something. This here, yeah, fine. So I think we're going to speed up a little bit more. Give some stuff to Niwa and watch this being finished. Because there's now no more things to do in this part of China for now. Good. Quickly check. Nice, and now cover it with dirt and we should be fine. Do we need another ceremony to destroy this hut here? Not sure, but we will see. Let's give Shandong some stuff. I think we're just going to ignore this because now... ooh, what is this? We do have some glitches appearing, but not much you can do about this. Niwa is in immediately, so let's just make sure Shandong is equally happy. Because if we want to give away, although we do have space, so why? We can try. We can try. Yeah, we're already too late. Not gonna celebrate. We do get the lacquer. We are stockpiling lacquer ware. It's just a matter of time. We do have it. So let's give it away. Who asked? 1 xian. There you go. While we're here, let's send another army of spies to the nomads, although they only have 1 shield, but We are rushing to the end now. We can just give stacks of wood away now because we are not really using the wood on this side. Yeah. I've done a lot for you, so once you what's your sympathetic, so stop crying. Let's give some more gifts. Have some lacquer. Everything else nice and stable. Ceramics now have recovered. Yeah, of course now he's stuck there with some ceramics, but that's fine. Food has recovered, so in the end we end up hopefully with with a nice stable city. We do have all animals in our menagerie, which is also good. So we are just waiting for the vault to be finished. And everything else will be nice, yeah? Let's continue giving away some wood. I'm going to put down one ceramist here, just in case we need him to do something in the end. Sure, we are going to celebrate maybe one last time. And see that Nua stays pleased. Yeah, not much else happening in this city, so we're just hoping they can finish soon. We do have quite some weapons, so let's give some weapons to Huang Di, who is in our city for some reason. I didn't even notice. Do we have any iron? No, let's ignore that request for once. It does give me wood, which is nice, but yeah, it's just iron we don't have at the moment, so let's just ignore that and finish up and leave the city. There was a spy stealing some hemp, but it was too slow. I don't think Huang Di can catch spies, but he's here, so let's keep him here and give him some salt. Because who doesn't like a ton of salt as a gift? Yes, you need iron, it's okay. What else do you need? I can give you something you really want. Let's give him some silk instead. There is a spy.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
Almost done. I could have celebrated for last time, but I missed it. Give some lacquer to Huang Di and finish up the monument. Nua is here randomly again, and then in the end we're quickly gonna slow down the game a little bit so we can actually look what it says about our monuments. So gods should be fine to the end. I hope the glitches disappear when we're finished. And come on, last one load of dirt, one laborer. And finished. Nice. So let's read what it says about the tumulus. This massive grand tumulus stands silent guard over the mortal remains of our deceased emperor, forever shielding his mortal remains and ensuring a fortuitous afterlife. Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier, about it's still, for the moment, forever shielding him, but probably in the future it's going to be opened up, and the underground vault. The courageous army of terracotta soldiers in this massive underground chamber remains ever vigilant. They are ever prepared to defend our emperor in his afterlife. Alright, so let's quickly once again look at our city. We do have the luxury area, we do have our temple, large palace rather, in front of the normal palace, and we have fully evolved housing blocks, we have a fully evolved army. So yeah, that's a nice way to end this mission, which we are going to do now.
The glory of Xi'an, capital of the mighty Qin Empire, rises even higher than the grand tumulus that now stands before it. It is curious that our emperor had the foresight to begin this project when he did, as there are now strange rumors drifting about. During his current expedition seeking the potion of eternal life, he has kept much to himself, allowing only Li Shi, his most trusted advisor and audience. Oddly, a cart of older salted fish now precedes the emperor's imperial carriage, masking an unpleasant smell said to be emanating from his vehicle.
Right, which was of course his corpse. He did die, we assume, of mercury poisoning, which he took ironically to live forever. He thought that he can live forever, which he didn't, and he died, and shortly after the Qin Empire fell apart. So let's look at our score. We have quite a high score because of our treasury. We do have some monuments, we have a menagerie, and we play a maximum difficulty. So that was very nice. So let's proceed and read and listen to the ending credits of this dynasty.
The worst has happened. The horrible rumors of the death of Shi Huangdi, the first emperor, were true after all. Though his body lies safely entombed beneath the grand tumulus, ruinous intrigue now rules the imperial court, and the riotous crowds in the street grow stronger by the day. It seems the people have had enough of the heavy burdens and tight restrictions forced upon them by the Qin Empire in the name of progress, and now word is that rebel armies are nearing the capital. Woe is upon us.
Yes, so that's the end of this dynasty. Very excited, of course, to play the next one. And thank you very much for watching. I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, and bye-bye.